PLA or PETG? I guess it's like, which is my preference? My preference is both. We use different materials for different purposes. PET tends to be shinier and a little bit more transparent, and PLA, when it is not colored, tends to also be a little bit more matte and a little bit more cloudy. We use these to different effects. This really good for diffusion, this really good for like showing light through and adding color, obviously. They both have different attributes that make them easier or harder to work with. PETG tends to be a little messier, so you have to be a little more careful with the geometries, but we use both, and it just depends on what you're using them for. What is the worst thing about designing parts? Spending a bunch of time trying to make sure that what works once will also work 100 times. If you're printing 100 the same part, you're gonna start seeing things start to disintegrate. That's a big part of the process. I wouldn't call it a fun process, but it's totally vital. What apps do you use to design? We use Fusion 360 for parts that have tolerances. Grasshopper and Rhino. We also use Grasshopper to generate G-code. You can write a script that generates G-code from the shapes that you're generating in Rhino and Grasshopper. I use Blender a lot for high polygon models. We used to use this software called Clo, which is used in the fashion industry to do our cloth-based designs. Typical slicers, Orca Slicer, Prusa Slicer, Bamboo Studio. I also do a lot of programming and scripting to make modifications to things. So like I use Python and stuff. A bunch of people asked about our automation system. We built our own automation system. It's called Printy Boy. It connects with our inventory system. So whenever we get an order, it passes information to the print software. It knows what we need to print, how many, it knows what printers can print them. We didn't have this at all 1 year ago. It was all built in the beginning of last year. It's super, super helpful. We couldn't do this without having that system in place.